Hello friends, welcome to our channel Knowledge Amplifier. So today in this particular video we are going to explore how we can integrate Slack with AWS services. Okay, so this particular integration has its own importance. For example, suppose in your organization you use Slack for all kind of communication. Now suppose business team want to run a particular data pipeline based on certain user input. Maybe that particular Python code is running in AWS Glue or AWS Batch, etc. Now, the Python code should take input parameter from the user, and based on that, it should do certain computation and then send the output data via mail using AWS ACS, or maybe in Slack, it can post the data maybe as a S3 pre-signed URL or something like that. Okay. Now, suppose there are business team who don't have AWS access. That time, how they can start the Python code in AWS Glue or AWS Batch based on user input? That is the question. So that time this particular Slack with Lambda integration may help us. In Slack, the business team can put their input, and if we able to implement this integration from Slack, the Lambda code can be triggered. The Lambda code can consume those user input from the event, and based on that it can trigger the Glue job or AWS Batch job. Based on that the computation will happen and the output can be sent via Slack or AWS ACS via mail, etc. Right? So this particular integration is very important. So let us try to understand how we can do this particular setup. So obviously here we are going to use the concept of webhook, because it is like in some server something is happening, based on that our code we want to run. So immediately in this kind of use case the webhook concept should come in your mind. Already in my previous video I have explained in detail about the fundamental concept of webhook. If you want to know those concepts in detail, you can check the description. Okay. So here first what I will do, I will open my Slack. I'll just go to slack.com, and here I am having some workspaces. I will open one existing workspace. I can close the previous window, and obviously we need an app to do this integration. So I will search for app.slack.com/apps. Sorry, it is api.slack.com/apps. Here it is basically helping us to create new apps for our channel. Okay. So here what I'll do, here if you see here our Slack channel is getting loaded. Till then I can click on create a new app. Now here I can click on from scratch I want to build. The app name I can provide demo YT Slack Webhook Test Lambda. Okay, and now here I need to choose the workspace. So in my case I am having this particular workspace where I want to show you the demo testing, and I will simply click on create the app. Okay, so here in this window the app is getting created, and in this window here you can see my Slack channel got loaded. Here we are having three channels, one is data engineering, one is general, one is random. Okay, so let's wait for a few seconds, let the app get created. So here our app got created, and here we are getting several options to integrate with external service. Out of those, the incoming webhook concept I have already discussed, using which from some external system you can post the message in Slack. So if you consider this situation with respect to Slack, it is incoming message, right? For example, when a GitHub action complete, you want to send a Slack message. That time you can opt for incoming webhook, which I have already discussed in my previous video. The reference link I'll be providing again in the description box. Okay. But for this particular demo, we no need incoming webhook. We don't want to write some message in Slack, but rather from Slack to some external system, I want to send the data. So that time either we need some outgoing webhook, or we can use / command like what we generally use in Telegram, right? So here I am going to use / command. Whenever business team want to run certain data pipeline in automated manner, they need to provide the user input, but in the beginning of that message, the / command should be written. As soon as / command is written, if the app is properly configured, it will trigger our Lambda. Like that it will work. Okay. Now here I will go to create new command. And here command name, here I can give demo YT Slack Webhook. Okay. Request URL. So here I hope you can easily understand that whenever the business team will write this command and after that it will provide user input, that time the Slack will send that message, just like webhook concept, right? So for the first demo, what we'll do, we'll provide some dummy request URL here. So maybe for example, here I can go to Lambda and I can create a Lambda function itself, and that function URL I can provide directly, not a problem. Create function, and here demo yt slash trigger. Okay. The runtime environment I can choose Python 3.12, and keeping other properties unchanged, I will simply click on create function. Okay. Let's wait for a few seconds till our function get created, and here our function is ready. Okay. All I will do, I will just add print event for testing purpose. So here it is done, and now here I can go to configuration section, and here you'll be getting the option of function URL. I'll click on create function URL. I don't want to set up any authentication as of now. I'll simply click on save. So here function URL I am getting, and here what I will do, I will paste this request URL. Okay. So this is basically telling Slack that whenever a user is putting this particular command and after that it is writing something, that particular message should be posted in this particular entity. Okay. Short description: Slack to Lambda. Okay. Usage hint, I am not providing anything, and then here without any changes I will click on save. Okay. With this our app is ready. Now here what we need to do, we need to click on install app. I need to install this particular app in my workspace. So here I will click on install to workspace, and in this particular workspace I will install that. I'll just simply click on allow. So with this our app is installed in our workspace. Okay. So here I can write and show you something, for example slash, and here I need to provide that particular app name or slash comment whatever we have created. Okay. So here OAuth token is there. What is its importance? I will come to this later. So here as of now I can go to basic information, and here these things it is showing. I can go to slash comments and get that slash comment whatever just now we have created. So it is this one. Copy this, and here I will paste it. Okay. And here you can see that particular slash comment is come, and here I can give hello message first time. I'll hit an enter. Okay, right? So here from Slack we have basically published some message. Suppose we are the user who don't have AWS access. Now automatically from Slack this particular Lambda should be getting triggered, because here we have configured the webhook accordingly. So let's see. We'll go to monitor section and we'll open the Lambda logs in CloudWatch. So here you can see we are getting a log stream. Currently it is 7:26 PM, and at 7:24 PM the message got created, and here we are getting some messages. Okay. So here we are getting this kind of event in the Lambda. So we need to process this particular part. So here if you observe, we are having body, and this is where our message is available. But this particular message is base 64 encoded. We need to process that. Okay. So we'll do that. I'll go to code, and point to be noted, whenever we have published that particular message, here we got hello from Lambda, right? How it is coming, you know, that here in the Lambda code in the return, if you observe, here we are writing hello from Lambda. From there actually that message is going to the Slack part, right? So here what I will do, I'll make this particular thing bigger, and now we'll start writing our Lambda code so that that particular user input whatever we have provided, that we can able to decode here. Okay. So first thing is the body part we need to extract. So here I can put message equal to event of body. Okay. Because here you can see that within body our message is available. Now here another thing you can observe, it is base 64 encoded. So first we need to decode that. So here in Lambda what we will do, we will simply import base 64, and then here we will apply decode base 64 dot decode this one. Right? Now here maybe I can print the message, and let's observe how the message looks like. Here we have deployed, and here I can give again this particular slash command and I can put second message. Okay, so here it is throwing an error dispatch failed. Why it failed, let's see. So here I'll go to my Lambda and here this is the code, and here we are getting some sort of error. It is basically the code missing one required argument. So here actually it is base 64 then B64 decode, and now I can deploy. Sorry for this mistake. Please update it. So here it is showing why. Module base 64 has no attribute B decode, but here I have given base 64 decode only. Maybe it was not deployed properly. I'll just click on deploy again. Try to run this, and here you can see it has now given the message hello from Lambda. So now let's see after base 64 decoding how the message looks like, and then we will write our further coding. Okay, so here if you see, this is our event, and after base 64 decoding it is looking like this. But here you observe one thing, it is a byte. From bytes we need to first convert this to string, right? So that we will do now, and it is nothing but UTF decoding. So here I will simply write decode and here UTF-8. Okay, cool. So from bytes it should be getting converted to string. I'll again call my webhook third message. Okay, so here hello from Lambda I got. So like this way you have to write the code. Okay, continuously check the logs, what is the status you are getting, and based on that we can proceed further. So here you can see now we are getting proper body part. Okay, so first part is here, if I just zoom this little bit, first part here if you see token. So token is basically helping us to understand that this particular message is coming from our Slack only. It is not coming from somewhere else. Okay, so spamming will not happen. So based on token we can filter out. Team ID is there, then team domain, all this information, channel ID, channel name. Like for example, these messages we are publishing from the channel name random, right? So here you can see the channel name random coming. The user ID who has written the messages, username, and then command. So here we are basically running demo YT Slack webhook, that particular command we are passing, and the text part here, whatever we are passing is third message, right? So this is basically the user input, whatever is coming. So this we need to extract. So how we can extract? It is like here if you observe, after text, whatever is there, that should be our point of interest. Okay. So here what I will do, I will first split our string based on text, and I will take the second part. So here I will put this whole thing within a parenthesis, and then here I will apply split, and based on text equal to, we need to get it, and the second part I need to extract. So whenever we are splitting based on text equal to, here the first part will be having index 0, the second part will be having index 1. So I will take the element index 1, that is second element, and then what we need to do, let's see. So here if you observe, the message whatever we have published is third message, right? And everything here are basically separated by ampersand symbol, right? So now in this particular part we need to split based on ampersand, and we need to take the first element to get the string input whatever user has provided. Okay, so here I can basically again apply a split, and now this time I will split based on ampersand, and I will take the first element out of it. So this way, using this particular thing, we can expect that we will only get this particular part, that is whatever user input is there, that is third message alone. Okay, now here if you see, here I have passed third message with a space, but here when the message came, it came with a plus symbol. So it is nothing but a URL encoded format it is sending, right? So we need to decode that. So for that we are going to use urllib module. So here I can import that from urllib.parse import unquote plus. Okay, so this is basically going to help us to convert that URL string to normal string, and it will remove the plus symbols whatever is coming in place of space in the message. Okay, and here we will pass our message via this unquote plus function to get actual raw message whatever user has provided as input. Right, so here unquote plus I can apply, and then here I can deploy it. So here it is deployed, and here I can search again with my slash command, fourth message 123 hello @ some message I have given. Okay, and I'll hit an enter, and now let's see our CloudWatch logs. Let's refresh the screen once. Here actually this particular message has not came properly because @ by mistake I have given. Here I need to write this particular message again, because the lambda will be only triggered if the message is starting with the slash command. Okay, and I'll hit an enter, and it failed. Okay, why it failed, let's see. So here this is the current log. I'll expand that, and here we are getting an error, user code syntax, invalid syntax. Okay, I got it. Here it should be from, not for. And here I will close this one, and I'll click on deploy. So here it is deployed, and I'll try to run it again, and here we are getting the response. Let's see whether the message is getting parsed or not. And here you can see beautifully our message is coming. Fourth message 123 hello channel. Right, so here whatever we are passing as a slash command, okay, user input whatever we are passing after slash command, Slack is successfully able to send that to our Lambda function, and all thanks to Webhook concept. Basically internally in the backend, this particular configuration is helping us, that we have created an app where we are telling the Slack application that if any user is putting some message with this particular slash command, then please post that particular message to this request URL endpoint. And this endpoint is nothing but our Lambda endpoint, which we have built using Lambda function URL, right? And here all we are doing is just parsing that particular JSON event and fetching our point of interest message, right? So this way we can set up the integration between Slack and Lambda, and we can automate our event-driven data pipeline from Slack itself. Maybe based on some user input from Slack, we can trigger our Lambda. The Lambda can trigger Glue or AWS batch job, and once the batch job complete the computation, it can send the output file over ACS via email, or maybe in Slack channel it can provide the information that the data writing is complete. You can check back this particular pre-signed URL or something like that. Okay, so this particular application has lot of possibilities. You can apply this particular concept in various places. Try it out, and if you find some issue, let me know in the comment section. I'll try to reply back ASAP. I'll be providing this particular code in the description box or in the comment section so that you can take this and practice, do some hands-on, because by doing that you will get more feeling out of it. This is all for this video. If you find this video helpful, then please like, share and comment. Subscribe our channel if you have not subscribed till now, and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the notification of our latest videos. Thank you for watching.